One man takes his own life every minute. I've built something that can change that. And if you give me the next few minutes to explain how this incredibly powerful documentary series I've built will literally save men's lives. Last year, I looked up the number of men who take their own life, and it stopped me cold. 740,000 people take their own life each year. 555,000 of those are men. And if you divide that by 365, that's 1,521 men on average every single day. That's more than one every single minute. And if you add that up across a week of working days, 5 working days, it comes to around 7,200 men. And remember that number because I'm going to come back to it. I went looking to see how significant this problem is because I've been there myself. I just turned 50, and after weeks of depression, sleep deprivation, and a huge amount of financial worry, one morning I had the darkest thought of my life for the first time in my life. And here's the thing, I wasn't a man with no one. I have a wife and children that love me, I have good people around me, I have men I could talk to, and it still got that dark. And so I sat with that and I thought, if it could get that dark for me, with the support that I have, what about the men who have no one? The man with no one to call, no safe space to walk into, no one who has ever asked him how he's really doing. And in that moment, I realized I could do something about it. And I've spent 10 months and very nearly everything I have making a documentary series called Brotherhood Blueprint. I sat down with 37 men and 7 women from every age and every walk of life, and I asked them to share their lived experience, either as a man or in helping men to navigate. I took all the subjects that I hear about facilitating men's groups and I demystified them. The masks we wear, love, sex, relationships, shame, addiction, porn, money, and the hidden weight men carry in silence and never put down. So this documentary series isn't theory, it's not experts talking down to people, it's real people that I know who I asked to come on camera and share the things that men never say out loud. And here's something I've noticed. Nearly everyone who's watched this so far, who's taken the time to write to me, who shared it, who helped me to fund it, has been a woman. And that makes complete sense to me because women talk to each other, they tell each other the truth. And when something's wrong, they have people that they can say it out loud to. And most men have never had that. Maybe after a game of sport and too many drinks at the bar, and then they wake up the next morning wondering whether that person that they shared vulnerably with is going to tell everybody else. Because men were raised to cope alone, to not show emotion, to say we're fine, to hold it all together, to be the provider, to be stoic. But that silence is exactly what's taking so many men away from us every single day. And if you're a woman watching this, you already understand something that the men in your life may never have been given. You have a place to be honest, people who get you, the relief of finally sharing out loud. And that's what we're building for men everywhere. The thing women already have, and most men never learned that they were allowed to want. Because this documentary series is only the doorway. The real change happens inside the men's groups, the men's circles, the brotherhood, if you will. The space where men sit together and share safely their truth without judgment and without victimhood. And I facilitate these circles every week, and I have done for years. I've done well over 100 sessions, and I've watched again and again men walk in carrying everything alone and walk out knowing that they are not the only one. And I want to be honest with you about what that means because it's not abstract. I've sat with a man in the moment that he decided to end his life, and I helped him choose to stay. And our circle has stepped in for another man on the edge, and we helped to bring him back. And I've watched hundreds of men change, soften, come back to life in safe spaces like this, and it works. I've seen it with my own eyes, and it saves lives. For years, this only existed in one place. You actually had to be there in the room, but not anymore, because we're building our own community, our own network, where men anywhere in the world can gather to connect and talk. And now we're going to take those circles online, live rooms that run exactly the same way that we run them in person, the same format, the same depth, the same magic. the same hidden weight coming off men's shoulders. A man in a city where he feels invisible will be able to log on and for the first time, potentially be truly seen. Picture it. Somewhere right now, there's a man wide awake at 3 o'clock in the morning carrying something that he's never told a soul. And instead of being alone with that, he opens his laptop, he joins a room full of men that he's never met, and he finally feels safe to share. He shares it out loud, maybe for the first time in his life, and other men nod to show him that they've been there too. He closes the laptop and he sleeps, and he wakes up lighter because he finally knows that he's not on his own. But maybe that man isn't you. Maybe you're the one who loves him, the wife or the partner who's quietly watched him go quiet and you don't know why. The mother who can see her son drowning and can't reach him. The sister that's tried everything. You'd give anything to help him, but you just don't know how to get through. This is the thing that you can put in their hands, this documentary series. And you don't have to take my word for it, because below this video, you can watch the entire first episode, all of it, free right now. Watch it for yourself and then decide. Now let me tell you exactly why I'm asking for money and what it does, because I hate it when a campaign asks for money and never says where it goes. I've done this before. I have another movie and documentary project that I believed in 6 years ago, and I put money into ads for 2 weeks, just 2 weeks, and in that time we built an audience of 30,000 people. Then I switched the ads off, and the audience kept growing on its own. 30,000 became 40, then 60, then 74,000 in 14 days. Not because I paid for it, but because people watched it and it moved them and they shared it with the people they loved. That is the snowball, and that is exactly what your donation here will start. The money puts these conversations in front of people who would never have seen them. Some will watch. Some are moved enough to send it to someone they care about. A man sees it because his sister sent it to him. A father watches because his daughter said, "Dad, please watch this thing." That's how this reaches far more people than the money alone ever could. It's not a donation that just disappears into an ad account. It's the first push of that snowball. And the more that you can contribute, the harder the push is and the further the snowball is going to row. Now, here's exactly where every dollar goes. Into ads on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, to put the series in front of the people who need it. To a specialist that's going to run those campaigns properly so that not a dollar is wasted. Into training facilitators who's going to hold rooms all over the world, online and in person. And into building our own video studio. So instead of renting someone else's studio day by day, we can make new episodes, new conversations, new trainings, new content every single month for years. So you're not just funding a moment, you're funding something that keeps going long after this campaign ends. And here's where I need you. If everybody gave $10, I'd need 72,000 people. One for every man who takes his own life in a working week. That's double my friends list on Facebook gone from the clock turning midnight on Sunday to the clock turning midnight on Saturday. And behind every one of those men are the unanswered questions, the kids without dads, the parents without sons, the friends, the family, the colleagues, all asking the same thing. Why did he not tell us? Why did he not reach out? And a $10 donation gets you everything. You get access to all the 9 episodes, the full 44 full-length interviews behind the series, the whole conversation with each of the 37 men and the 7 women, audio versions of everything, the full transcripts, a 60-day challenge with daily actions that turn what you've watched into something you can do, and a community, other men and women with the same honesty as the Saturday rooms that I hold from anywhere in the world. And you can also help me to open more of those rooms. Your contribution goes to setting up more men's circles online and in person so more men can find one near them. And as the project grows, I'm going to fund mental health and suicide prevention hotlines too. So it's worth far more than I'm asking of $10, but even at the smallest amount, you get everything I just listed. And that becomes $97 as soon as this campaign is over. The fact that you're watching this on a crowdfunding site and you're still with me tells me that you are a kind-hearted, considerate person who, like me, wants to do good in the world. It's about betterment. So let me show you exactly what your money does with real numbers, because this is the part that gets me excited. We run these as awareness campaigns, the kind built to be seen by as many people as possible. And right now, that costs somewhere between $2 and $5 to put this in front of 1,000 people who are scrolling their feed. So here's what your gift actually does. $10 generates 2,000 to 5,000 views of those conversations. People who would never have found it otherwise have now found it. $100 generates 20,000 to 50,000, and $1,000 generates hundreds of thousands of potential views. And that's before a single person shares it, because when something moves people, they send it on to the friend that they've been worried about, to the man that they love. And that's the snowball I shared with you, the one that carried 30,000 to 74,000 after I'd switched the ads off. Your money pushes that snowball. The sharing spreads it, and the sharing is free. So this isn't a donation that disappears and does nothing. Every dollar that you contribute will be seen, and the more that you can contribute, the more men, the more women, the more people who get one more chance to find this, potentially before it's too late. And here's the part I want to be really clear about. You get everything for $10, every episode, every interview, lifetime access, all of it. So a bigger gift doesn't buy you more, it just buys someone else a potential way out. You're not upgrading your own package, you're deciding how many other people you can help me to reach. So if you can give more, please do, but not because you get more, but because there's someone out there that gets to find this. 7,200 people giving $10 gets us there, or 720 giving $100, or 72 giving $1,000. You decide the size of the difference that you make. And as soon as you donate, you'll receive an email confirmation with a link to access everything and to become part of a community. And one more thing, please share this. Send this page to someone who might give, or someone who might need to watch this, because I can't reach the world on my own, but together, compounded, we can and we will. Every week, I watch men lay their armor down, and I watch what happens next. And that should be normal. A safe space where men can open up. That shouldn't be rare. The lone wolf does not work. It never did, and it's killing men who could have been saved. I went to the edge last year, and I came back, and I built this so that other men don't have to make that journey alone. I'm really proud of what I've made. Now please help me put it where it belongs, out in front of the world.